New and disturbing information about a former Memphis police homicide detective. He retired after admitting to having a sexual relationship with the defendant in a murder trial. Official documents show that former Lieutenant Eric Kelly's relationship with the suspect included sex, drugs, and cash. Fox 13's Greg Coy spent nearly 4 hours reading the internal files today. And Greg, those are pretty explosive accusations, but you found it gets worse.
According to the internal affairs file that I read, then Lieutenant Kelly is accused of helping this murder defendant get a job as a stripper. The file contains other allegations that are both jarring and sensational. In fact, one investigator wrote that the homicide detective's role is being the voice of a murder victim. Instead, Lieutenant Kelly began an unethical relationship with the suspect he arrested in the investigation. Of the internal affairs file against former Memphis Police Department Lieutenant Eric Kelly. There are more than 100 pages. According to the documents I read, former Lieutenant Eric Kelly made his sexual intentions known the first time he met the female murder defendant. The documents say Bridget Stafford was a high-ranking gang member. Stafford reportedly told investigators Kelly told her he wanted to have sex with her. And during an interrogation, then Sergeant Kelly asked Stafford if she was a stripper and a prostitute. Kelly gave her his business card, told her to call him. Months later, Kelly, who had been promoted to lieutenant, and Stafford would begin an affair that one investigator wrote has potentially jeopardized the ongoing legal proceedings against the suspect and her co-defendants. Not only would Kelly and the defendant have sex, but according to internal affairs files, Kelly helped her get a job as a stripper, sent her $3,000 through Cash App for outfits, other items, and to buy marijuana. According to the internal affairs file, the relationship between the homicide detective and murder defendant lasted for about 8 months. Stafford told investigators Kelly had 2 different houses. I would stay at one in Midtown after he gave her access to the security code and would stay there up to 5 times a week. She had access to his guns and took pictures holding them and of her with Kelly. Despite the alarming allegations and evidence, internal affairs investigators concluded Kelly never made any promises or threats dealing with her criminal case. And just as top commanders were preparing to fire Kelly, he abruptly retired on November 8th, 2019, the day that he was supposed to have another hearing on the matter. Very important to note now that the Shelby County District Attorney did not file any criminal charges against Eric Kelly because Amy Wyrick, the DA, said that he broke no state law, although her office did take notice. When asked about his conduct, Kelly told investigators, quoting now, "The sexual relationship that occurred, it was not a good look for me." Coming up tonight at 10 o'clock,